historic witch hunts, and a tale of someone seeking retribution that could very well have been experienced by many people in the past. You know what? As a species, humans just love nothing better than to point fingers. It seems regardless of the era, there's always an inclination to blame or to accuse, and it's usually born out of basic ignorance or misunderstanding, or simply because somebody's searching for an answer to something. Take King James I as an example. In 1591, when sailing to Denmark to pick up his soon-to-be wife Anne, well, let's just say the journey over there became quite treacherous because the weather turned and it became stormy. So, what did good old King James blame for this? The difference of temperature between two weather fronts, moisture and rising unstable air that would finally result in a storm? No, of course he didn't. He blamed witches. Yup. Which brings us conveniently to this next track. Written and performed by classic British heavy metal outfit Diamond Head, Am I Evil was released in 1980 on the band's debut album, Lightning to the Nations, and is arguably the group's most well-known song, thanks in no small part to Metallica. Metallica covered this song and it was released in 1984, and then re-released on the Garage Days EP in 1987, although it must be noted that the original Diamond Head version became an absolute anthem for many British heavy metal fans back in the early 80s. It's essentially a song about witch accusations and executions, and the impact it has on one particular individual. So, let's give it a go, shall we? Oh, that's powerful, isn't it? It's very menacing. Oh. That's naughty, that is, isn't it? Ugh. Okay. What an intro to a song, man. That was powerful. It had gravitas. It was menacing, huh? It's menacing. And it's taken or borrowed something from the famous Planet Suite. And it's that famous part, isn't it, of Mars the Bringer of War. You know the one. Yeah. That one. And then you've got that classical lead, and then it goes da 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 da, and then you come into this amazing riff, this kind of staccato riff, da 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 da, again with menace, and then we're ready to go, right? We kind of go straight into it, and with the text, they're not pulling any punches here, are they? We've obviously got a guy, I think it's a guy, assuming. My mother was a witch. She was burned alive. Thankless little bitch for the tears I cried. That doesn't sound like a healthy relationship, does it? Take her down now. Don't want to see her face. Blistered and burned. Can't hide my disgrace. Yeah, he's watching his mother being burned at the stake. Bit gruesome. And he can't hide my disgrace. Well, you can kind of imagine that, can't you? Witnessing something like that. Maybe we only think of victims during this period of these witch hunts and burnings, but of course, his experience as someone watching a member of his family, that would have been experienced by quite a few people back then. Now, hang on a sec. Now, apparently, the practice of burning people at the stake for witchcraft was held between the 15th and 18th centuries. So it went on for a few hundred years. And apparently, you know, the famous witch trials in North America, the Salem witch trials, right? Apparently, they never actually burned anybody at the stake. So this was something that was very much a European thing. And by all accounts, quite intensely so in the Holy Roman Empire. And the Holy Roman Empire, which is, I suppose, covers most of modern-day Germany, but other areas, but basically Central and Western Europe. And that's where it was more prevalent. 27. Everyone was nice. Got to see them, make them pay the price. Got to see them, make them pay the price. See their bodies out on the ice, take my time. I'm guessing 27 is the number of the people involved with her execution. So, yeah, maybe people directly involved with the execution, maybe also with the trials, because they would try the victim, right? So there's 27 of these people that he's holding responsible. Got to see them, make them pay the price. They have to pay the price. And I suppose that this is kind of referencing the fact that the people, or a lot of the people accused of being witches, were largely innocent, right? They weren't witches, were they? So yeah, if you're a family member and you see someone that you love being murdered in public for something they never did, you're probably going to want some kind of retribution. Yeah. Because you know them better than anybody else. And if no, this is just wrong. And obviously in this text, he's singling out people, 27 people, and he wants retribution, all right? And I'm just looking at the stats here. It's estimated that the number of executions for witchcraft range between 40,000 to 60,000, although some scholars say it could have been in the hundreds of thousands when considering the lack of record keeping, which kind of makes sense. And also it doesn't take into consideration that people also died as a result of unsanitary conditions of their imprisonment. So perhaps when they were waiting to be executed, they died of something else. But whatever the reason why they died, it was quite a lot, right? And it's a great number of victims who would have loved ones and family members who would have experienced the trauma that this person is going through in this song. And he says, "Take my time." So he's this is premeditated, right? He's going to get every single one of them, and he's going to take his time about it, but he's going to make sure he gets them. And then, am I evil? Yes, I am. Am I evil? I am, man. Yes, I am. This is an age of staunch religious beliefs. So if this guy is planning revenge, he's kind of saying, yeah, I want revenge. And he's asking himself the question, so am I evil to be thinking like this? You know, to want retribution so badly? So he's thinking, yeah, well, I must be, but I still want it. Right, let's get back into it. This is a powerful song. Okay, I'm going to stop on that scream a minute, but that's a guy going through the ringer a bit, isn't it? He's really feeling it. I've got to say it again. This is such a powerful track in terms of the way it's like, ugh. And what I love, I noticed in the first verse as well, they get through half of the verse and then they bring the drum beat in halfway through, or they up the tempo or something. There's something they do with the drum beat which just gives it an extra pace as well. It's great, isn't it? As I watched my mother die, I lost my head. Yeah, no kidding. Who wouldn't, I suppose? Revenge now I sought, to break with my bread. There you go. Revenge now I sought. To break with my bread is referencing the Holy Communion. So he's just kind of, it's kind of a contrast, isn't it? He knows he's on this path. I'll split you to the bone, help set you free. Split you to the bone, I'll help set you free. Is that sort of suggesting that he believes these guys, this 27, are corrupt? And that by killing them, it somehow sets them free from a life of evil? Help set you free? And then you've got, of course, 27, everyone was nice again. Got to see them, make them pay the price. See their bodies out on the ice, take my time. And then you've got this guy is in turmoil, internal turmoil. He's feeling the pain, and then you get the scream. And probably a change in pace here now, I think. And being 1980s heavy metal, some kind of guitar solo. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's listen to that scream again. Well, that's galloping. Oh yeah. Here it is. It's galloping. Is he chasing people or something? Oh. This is mean, isn't it? In a good way, though. We come back full circle now to the Oi! It's that menacing riff again. Oh, that is. That's something else, that is. That's so powerful. And mean and menacing and fits the topic, doesn't it? It's all about retribution and revenge, and yeah, this guy watched his mother die on a stake, burned alive, and also the changes of pace as well with the guitar solos. Okay, he goes on with the action now. I'll strip your pride. I'll spread your blood around. I'll see you ride. Your face is scarred with steel. Wounds deep and neat. Like a double dozen before you. Smell so sweet. So after all this premeditated planning, he's in action now. I mean, you get that galloping rhythm anyway, don't you? So you know that, yeah, it's all happening. And you have that, it's kind of with the guitar solo, it has that kind of chaos. And he's chasing the 27, right? He wants to humiliate them, to do what they did to his mother. That's what strip your pride means. I'll spread your blood around. Well, yeah, we don't need too much of an imagination to know what's going on there. He's just doing the deed, right? And this is interesting. And then, like, a double dozen before. Double dozen. So it seems he's already killed 24, right? A double dozen of his 27. Smells so sweet. Revenge is sweet. It's the famous saying, right? And then after that piece, then you've got the midsection with the scream, which is, as I said, it's this guy in turmoil. And he's got a great voice. His name is Sean Harris. And the music is really put across at a high energy, isn't it? My soul is longing before, await my hell, sent to avenge my mother. Sleep myself, my face is long forgotten, my face not my own. Sweet and timely whore, take me home. He's kind of settled with the fate of whatever, but he's a young man bent on revenge, right? The unjust killing of his mother. Yeah, you think about it. All these witch hunts that went on during that period, and the connection with religion, okay? There's certainly a pattern. So it was a time when there was a power struggle between Catholics and Protestants in Europe. And according to research made in 2017 for a study in the Economic Journal, no less, it states that both Catholics and Protestants used the hunt for witches, regardless of the denomination of the victims. So it didn't matter if they were Protestant, Catholic, Hindi, Buddhist either. They weren't back then, of course, in Europe. Basically, these were just competitive efforts to expand their power and influence. So they were almost in competition with each other, and they used witch hunts as an excuse. And in southwestern Germany, between 1561 and 1670, there were 480 witch trials. Of the 480 trials, 317 occurred in Catholic areas and 163 in Protestant areas. And then it goes on, during the period from 1561 to 1670, at least 3,229 persons were executed for witchcraft in the German southwest. And of this number, 702 were tried and executed in Protestant territories, and 2,527 in Catholic territories. So yeah, the Catholic areas saw the worst of it, but both religions were using witch hunts and witch trials as a means to develop their influence and power. They were both as bad as each other, but it was the Catholic regions that really had the highest fatalities, and in particular the Holy Roman Empire, which, as was stated earlier, it's kind of central Western Europe. And yeah, the Holy Roman Empire was a Catholic power. As for the song, well, thankfully Metallica gave it the spotlight that it fully deserved, I suppose. They also allowed their own huge fan base to become familiar with the song. And in a way, it's a means of introducing Metallica fans to, a band that probably hasn't had the same attention as other British metal bands like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and Saxon and so forth. And I did find something which was kind of funny. According to the guitarist, Brian Tatler, that opening line, you know the line, "My mother was a witch, she was burned alive." Well, apparently the mother of the lead vocalist, who was Sean Harris, she wasn't exactly happy when she heard her son singing that particular line. I can kind of understand, I suppose. Although Tatler did state she did forgive her son afterwards. Dear old mum, of course she'd forgive him. But yeah, what a track. I mean, killer riffs. Some great changes of pace. It's ominous, and then it's menacing with the riffs. It has real energy, and you've got the galloping, the action. Basically, it's everything you want from a kick-ass rock song, really, isn't it? Thankfully, Metallica helped give it a platform so people, know the song. Yeah.